Hello there guys, this is Dan once again for TGN Let's Play, and I am bringing you another walkthrough of Hitman Blood Money. This level is called Death on the Mississippi, and I hope it doesn't bother you once again, but I had to record the gameplay first and then do the commentary afterwards. It's just that from the length of this mission and the amount of times you can go wrong, you can get caught, things just don't work out the way they was planned. I kept failing at it. So what you want to do, obviously, is to first get your costume for this level. So it's easier if you move just behind these boxes and wait for this guard to move past. We are going to be getting another costume further into the mission, but this one will get us pretty much about 50% through it. Yeah, this mission then, but on this massive ship, and we need to kill the captain and 5 of these gang members. So they're scattered around, pretty much around this map, and all we need to do really is just move through and get the lot of them. It's not the hardest mission, but it's just because of the length of it and the places where you'd have to go and the things you'd have to do. It can get a little bit risky towards the end. There's a lot of, as you'll see, I keep thinking how I got a silent assassin on this level. I will never ever know, because at the end it nearly goes wrong so many times. So you need to pick this lock and move through into the engine room, and when you're in the engine room you'll see your first target on your left. So the only problem is there are a couple of ship workers that are moving about in this area, so you need to try and get them when no one's there. So the easiest way to do it, if you go past them and walk completely to the end of this room, he ends up moving towards one of the engines on the right, and you can luckily just give him a little bit of encouragement and push him into the side, and hopefully no one will be able to see you. So also as well on this level you need to steal some pictures, which are, you get them in the captain's quarters, but once you get rid of all the people, it's really easy. So all you have to do is don't get stuck between there, move around, make sure no one's looking, a little bit of a whoop into the engine and move away. So you need to move right back through these areas. This is where the uniform comes in really handy. So if you get out, go through the side and go up, you go into the staff room, the staff quarters as it is, and it's nice and easy. Now what you need to do is make your way up to the so you're heading towards the first class area, and once again you don't want to bring any weapons. I know I've done the walkthrough without using weapons, so it's just that there's a lot of times where you can get searched. We just leave that guy who we've just gone past for a minute. It's just because it takes a while for him to get into position, so it's easier if we get everyone else first. So when you move through all these areas, you won't be stopped by anyone until you get to this next room, I believe. Let's just double check. Yeah, you get searched at the end of this room, so it's always good to not have any weapons on it, and it makes you a lot more badass, I think, if you can do all the levels without using weapons. So that's always a plus as well. So upon moving past this guy, what you want to do is move through here as well, and then you go into one of these rooms on the right, and when you're in this room, if you look over to your left where I'm about to go, you get the first class uniform. This gives you access to the guards, not the guards room, sorry, the captain's quarters up top. Afterwards you want to move into this next room, which is the kitchen, and we know that there's this cake needs to be delivered upstairs. So what you do is, upon picking it up, yeah, so again you get talked down to by one of the guards. It might be worth dropping this cake when you move through to this next area, just as well, you need to poison it first of all, but there's another guard that you want to be able to get, and you need to get him at the back. Otherwise, this is one of the mistakes I made, is if you throw him overboard at any point other than the back, he lands on he lands in a place where he can be seen, and when you push him off the back, he lands right by the escape boat, and for some reason he doesn't get spotted, which I don't understand why, to be honest. I really don't. So just wait for him to go past, get out your trusty fibre wire, and nice and easy. There we go. So it's pretty simple. All you have to do is just make sure you don't get the fibre wire out too soon, otherwise he gets onto you. So you throw him over the side, and he kind of lands on that boat, but again, for some reason, no one spots him. So if you go back and get your cake, just to be warning you, you are going to be getting searched up top as well. So this is another reason why you didn't want to pick up any one of their weapons. Obviously, that's like kind of the fine point with this game, is that you can't really, like, to unlock all the weapons, you can't really get a silent assassin. Well, I guess you could, but it's just going to be a lot tougher. I find that this route, like the way that I go, is probably the easiest way on most missions. As I said though, there's probably with most missions, there's probably about 5 different ways in which you can get silent assassins. And to be honest, there's probably about 5 different ways that you can get all the ratings on the game. But I just think the way that I'm showing you is kind of the most risk-free. Although there are times where you have, like this area now, it can go very, very, very wrong. Like there's areas where you can't go to. There's areas which you'll get shot immediately. Every person you want to take out is pretty much covered by someone else, and it's not good. So you go into this area and immediately he's like, get the fuck out of my bedroom, son. So you need to go all the way back here. That purser who we've just walked past, he can be a pain in the arse as well, just because he tends to keep getting in the way, as it were, as does this one. But you need to sort of use, I think I passed this bit purely by luck. Like I really don't see like how I never got caught, to be honest. So that noise then was the captain. So the captain's now dead. But the thing I realised is, you get that other guard who's just walked down there goes into the room, as you saw before. So at this point, I'm like really, really worried, because I'm like, that's it, I'm going to get caught. And then this happens as well, which isn't fun, as you will see when I open this door. Like, I was like, that's it, game over. Like, not going to work. Not that door, sorry. So I'm just trying to now work out the best way in which to get everyone without getting caught. And for some reason I make the noob's error by opening this door, and this guy sees I'm dead. So I'm like, oh dear lord. So I have to use my last sedative on this guy. And yeah, for the life of me, I don't know how that constitutes a pass, but that's how you do it. So the only other thing that it could have been better is if I opened that door and no one saw me. So you can't really complain. So to get this next guy, it'll be the topless guy, and all you do, he's very, very muscly as well. As I say, there's many different ways in which that you can do it. Let's just try and see which way I end up choosing to go. Oh yeah. So I think I'll try and get this next guy first. Yeah, you could also like sedate this guy as well if you really want to like play it safe, but there isn't really a necessity for it, as you can get everyone else without him seeing him. It's just I reckon that other purser, the one who I got in the other room, was probably harder. So we want to try and get this guy before he opens that door, because otherwise, if he sees that the body's, like, the captain's dead, that'll probably be game over, I'd imagine. So yeah, it's now to get the guy in the main room. He's probably the easiest one to get, to be honest. He just because he goes into a nice area where he goes into a lovely area where like no one can be seen. So all you do is follow him in, do the business, and then I think there's only 2 guys left to get. Then there's the guy who's guarding the door, and then there was the guy downstairs who we went past. So really easy, follow him in. I don't know how I do that neck break. Like for some reason, like that's the only time where it happens. They usually like take ages. There's like something that you do for it to happen, but I just honestly, for the life of me, cannot remember. So what I do now is, I think I was just waiting for him to move around, was I? No. So I dragged this fella just into the bathroom as well. It's just because I know that's the only like real safe haven. I don't know the route of that other guard on the left, so I thought it would be easier just to move him into here and you know, not worry about it then. Right, and then when we exit, we can now go and get the other guy. But I just want you to know that I make a mistake here. I never picked up the pictures, so I couldn't escape. So to save putting all that the pictures are, they're in a safe in the captain's room, and I'm not gonna get all the way to the end because I do run back up for it, but I think it's pointless me showing you it. Like I do run back and get them, and there's no way I can be caught because there's no one left to catch me. So I do apologise for that, but it's no big deal. It's like a side objective, so I wouldn't worry about it. But just try and make sure that you do get it when you're going for it, otherwise you can't escape the level, which sucks. So we're just waiting for this guy now. He's in that room on the left. But we can't just go in and get him, because we're trying to get as many accidents as possible, I think. That's usually the best way. And this is the easiest way to get him. It's the most risk-free way. Otherwise, there's a chance that his body will be found before you get out. And if that happens, that's not good. So if we just wait for him to leave the room, which seems to take a while, but that's his girlfriend or wife or mistress or something else, but I don't know. So I think when she goes in, he leaves, which I find pretty funny. She goes out to one of these side rooms, and well, he goes out to one of these side rooms, and apparently I've heard that this is like one of the hardest hits because you can be seen by so many people. But I'm pretty sure it was the easiest one for me on this level, because I walked out, must have been at the exact perfect time, and just pushed them over the side. Nice and easy. So all you do is just follow him out onto the balcony, which is here, and then give him, when he leans over, have a little check no one's watching, and over the side. And that's pretty much it. That's like the level done, other than get the pictures. You just have to work your way out, like back to the ground floor of the boat, which I find really awkward for some reason, even though I didn't realise it's just the way I came. So that's pretty much going to be it. I wanted to mention as well, now that we are getting to the latter stages of this Let's Play, I was wondering whether there was any games at all that you would like me to play. I know I've done this after the Batman video, and I really got like a good response. So I just want to know if there's any games that you enjoy, or any game that you'd like to see me play. So yeah, I like leaving it up to you guys, because most of the time we do get something, you know, like a diamond in the rough, and it's like someone mentions a game that I'm like, yeah, I'd absolutely love to do that. I know that we do have like quite a lot of games going on the Let's Play channel at the moment, and all the new games that are coming out have already pretty much been allocated to people. And I don't know, I kind of like the fact that I don't do brand new games. I like the idea that I'm doing, like, you know, the older games that people do like. I know Batman wasn't necessarily an older game, but especially with this one, you know, it wasn't probably the most sought after game for someone to do a Let's Play of, but I just like going back and doing games that I loved, and I think this is usually the best way to do it. But I'm gonna just obviously this is where I had to go back for the pictures, but I'm gonna leave it here, and this is where I got the rating. So I'd like to thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next part. See you later.